Luis, we can't.
We love each other. We can't keep lying to each other.
But what if Chris had seen us?
Yeah, so what? You know, I wish he had. He should know that his wife loves me and that nothing's gonna keep us apart.
Hey, James, what are you doing here?
Hey, Chris, he's with me.
Hey, Fancy, how you doing?
I didn't know you and Sheridan knew my friend Heather. I walked into her house and there was James.
Oh, yeah, well, he was on a play date with his son, Tony.
Yeah, Heather was about to drive him home and I said I'd take him and, well, now we've run into you. Coincidence.
Yeah, small town.
Yeah. I left my study book here. My first police academy exam is coming up. Well, James, looks like your daddy's gonna be taking you home.
Sure. Let's see Sheridan here.
Looks empty to me.
Why are we hiding? Come on, let's just tell Chris and Fancy what's going on.
No.
What are you afraid of? Come on, let's get this over with.
Luis, we can't.
Come on, let's just tell them, okay? Come on, these lies, they have to stop.
James is in there. Please, stop.
Oh, well, here's my study book at least.
Yeah, it's funny. I thought Sheridan would be here by now. I sent her a text message to meet me here.
They were too busy kissing me to get the message.
I'm sure she'll be here soon.
Hey, James, do you want to color while you wait? Yeah?
Cool.
Look at this, buddy.
Look, James, he's got a badge just like yours. Cool! Yeah. There you go.
It's so sad. Sometimes we give that to keep the kids busy whose parents are locked up in the cells.
Oh.
Can you imagine what that does to a child? I mean, how can anyone with kids ever turn to crime?
Small world. You knowing Heather.
Oh, yeah, isn't she fun? And she said a lot of nice things about James, by the way, so you must be doing something right. She says he gets along wonderfully with her son, Tony, and all the kids in the neighborhood. And he always remembers to say please and thank you.
See, that's Sheridan for you. She's not only the most loving wife on the planet, she's also a wonderful stepmom. You know, I'm so grateful to her, what she's done for him. And he responds so well to her. You know, you'd think that he'd have some sort of emotional problems, you know, what would happen to Maureen and all, but we haven't seen any. I mean, he is just a happy kid.
Yeah, Sheridan's always been amazing with kids.
Yeah.
It's a crime what's happened to her own. She has such a loving heart. You know, kids adore her. And I'm glad she's volunteering at the orphanage. I think it's good for her. And Heather says she attracts the kids like bees to honey. And kids can always see through anyone's facade. You know, they know she has a big heart.
Yeah. I really want to have kids of my own one day, you know, with Sheridan. I don't want James to be an only child.
I'm sure you will.
Thank you.
It was a tragedy what happened to your baby. Heather's a riot. You should have heard what else she had to say about Sheridan. None of their friends understand how Sheridan can do it all.
What do you mean?
Oh, come on. She's gorgeous, famous, smart, the nicest woman on the Eastern Seaboard, and a wonderful mother. Heather says everyone in their yoga group hates her guts.
No.
Well, no, not really, but she is a bit intimidating, even for me.
Oh.
I mean, how can anyone compete with perfection?
Well, she has it all and more, I guess. I don't know what I did to deserve her half the time. You know, one day I just turned around and there was this goddess. And she's in love with me. I mean, me. You know, with Sheridan by my side, I really feel like I can take on anything this world has to throw at me.
I'm a horrible wife and a horrible mother. Oh, God, what am I doing?
I hope you find love the same way I found it with Sheridan. It gives meaning to my entire existence.
Luis.
Well, we can't keep living a lie. We have done nothing that we should be ashamed of. We're meant to be together.
I know what I want out of life. I want a family, just like the one you've built with Sheridan.
Really? Well, things must be going well with you and Luis then.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he'd say that. It's complicated. I know when I start my family, I want to do it with Luis.
What? I never even hinted at anything like that.
Fancy Crane, drooling over images of babies and changing tables, diapers, and spit up. Who'd have thunk it? If my friend Esme knew, she'd be horrified. She'd come running with a martini in one hand and a psychiatrist in the other to talk me out of it.
Well, you know, this is probably a terrible thing to say, but if those awful things hadn't happened to Sheridan and Luis, I mean, we wouldn't have had a chance with either of them.
Don't make me feel guilty.
Well, no, I don't mean to, and God knows I would never, God, I'd never wish any of that sort of stuff on even my worst enemies, but you know what, it happened, and we were there to pick up the pieces.
I don't know if I like hearing it put that way.
Well,
I do know I have fallen in love with Luis. I don't know what I'll do if things don't work out. I've never felt like this about another man.
not even Noah?
No, Noah's a child compared to Luis. Luis is a man.
Sorry. No, but I know what you mean. Sheridan's my rock. Gosh, if anything happened to Sheridan, I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably shrivel up and die.
Stop thinking about losing Sheridan. She's not going anywhere. She adores you.
You think so? I think she still has feelings for Luis.
Stop! That's all over. Yes, they had a great love, and half the people in this town get off on reminding me of that, but Aunt Sheridan's moved on. Look, they were together for a long time. I'm sure she can't help but think about Luis every now and then, but you're the man she married. She has you and James, her family. In time, Sheridan will forget all about Luis, and Luis will forget all about Sheridan. Okay, well, maybe there are still a few ties between them, but I won't let that stand in my way. I want to build a life with Luis.
Sheridan's taking a sweet time. What was that?
Oh, they're repairing the lighthouse.
Really?
Yeah, it hasn't worked in several years, and some tanker got too close to the rocks last week, so the Coast Guard wants it back in working condition ASAP. And James and I saw the lighthouse, didn't we, James?
Whoa, a real working lighthouse? How was it?
Mommy.
That's a very perceptive thing to say. Yeah, I know what he means, though. That was me before I met Sheridan. Alone in the night. Lost, without any direction, and then she comes into my life and...
Turns on the lights.
Yeah, go ahead, laugh. No, she didn't turn on the... She is the light. You know what, Sheridan changed me. You know, her love is so strong. I like that metaphor about the lighthouse. And I was lost before, but now, you know, no matter how hard the sea blows or how rough it is out there, her love will guide me through it. If I could just avoid those rocks, that is. That's all I want, you know, to be safe with Sheridan forever. Sorry, didn't mean to wax poetic.
No, don't be embarrassed. It was lovely. I think Aunt Sheridan's blessed to be loved like that.
Thank you. Hey, James, are you getting bored with all this yak? I'm just telling Fancy how much we love Mommy. Isn't she the best thing in our lives?
Yes.
She's perfect. We can always count on her.
This has gone on long enough. It's time that they knew the truth.
No. Wait.
Sure.
Sheridan mustn't have got the text message. Well, I should get going.
Yeah, me too.
What do you say, buddy? You want to go? And I bet Mummy's at home already. You want to go get some ice cream maybe on the way home?
Excellent.
His vocabulary is improving.
Yeah, well, what can I say? My son's a genius.
You're a lucky man, Chris. A wife who you love, who loves you, and a gorgeous son. I just hope someday soon I have a life just like it. With Luis and our children.
Come on, buddy. Let's go. Okay, jump.
hear them?
Did I hear them? Yes, of course I heard them, and I don't think we're doing them any favors by letting them live in some sort of dream world.
Luis.
Look, I know that you don't want to hurt Chris, okay? But I think it's just going to hurt him more if we keep dragging this out.
No, Luis, you don't understand.
What do you mean I don't understand, and what's wrong?
You're the one I have to hurt. I can't leave, Chris. I can't. I can't come back to you.
Sheridan, come on, we love each other. You know that. We're destined to be together.
But what if our love causes nothing but pain? Forget about Chris for a moment. What about Fancy? She loves you. You hurt her. She'll be devastated. You can't hurt her like that. I can't hurt her like that. She's my niece.
All right, you're right. It's gonna be painful, but isn't it better if we just make a clean break? I mean, is it fair to Chris that you pretend that you love him?
But I do love him.
Well, not the way that you love me. He told me so. Sheridan, it's not right that we're apart. Make it right. Yeah, they'll both be hurt, but they'll get over it. They'll move on.
No. No, this is wrong. I should be with my husband.
Sheridan.
You should move on with Fancy. We've both just gone too far down separate paths. Please, Luis, we can't hurt Chris and Fancy. Or James. We can't ruin people's lives. We have to give up each other for good.
Sheridan, don't do this. Sheridan, would you come back, please?